Thank you guys for supporting us along the way, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to go out and go as hard as I can, and I'm gonna play as hard as I can every time I step on the court, and I can't wait to see you guys at the Palau, man. Thank you guys. Yeah, I feel good. Like when I first came on, everybody was welcoming. Everybody was like happy for me that I came here, and it's been wonderful since I've been here. Barcelona's been a beautiful city. Like you got a lot of tourists that come through here, like a lot of people that come through here, and a lot of different things that you can go see in the city. So it's been an easy transition for me to come to Barcelona, and my teammates are really good. My coaches are wonderful. They make it real easy for me to, play what I need to do on the court, do what I need to do. And, ever since I've been here, it's been smooth, and I'm happy. I was grateful. Honestly, because you hear about Barcelona and how big of a club it is, and the history behind it. So obviously, when you get that opportunity to put on a Barcelona jersey and represent them in that type of circumstance, it's very hard to say no. Had a couple teams that I talked to, but like Barcelona was the one like that was eye opening to me. Like that I'm like, man, I really want to be a part of that. So I'm glad that they I stood out to them, and I'm glad that I can wear this jersey today. No, I took some time because I still want to like weigh out my options and make sure this is the right thing for me, and it was a good opportunity. So I had a couple things. I talked to my family, my friends about the situation, and it was like, look, yeah, it sounds good to me. Like it sounds like a good opportunity, and it is so far. So I'm loving it. Yeah, I did.
You scored 21 points.
I think so.
By 14, I think.
Yeah, we had a good game. I had a couple threes. I had a good all-around game, and that kind of put me on the radar in the Spanish league. So like that Trento team that I was on last year was really special, and there's a couple guys on that team that I'm really thankful for, and I'm glad I can have a game like that in Spain. Of course I miss it. Like you definitely like over the years you get used to like being over here and being away from your family. I would say my first year or two going into like being an overseas basketball player, it was pretty hard to adjust, just because like being away from home for about 9 to 10 months, it can be pretty hard. But like over the years, you just kind of get used to it. Like as the levels go up, you start to play more games. Like when I was in Belgium, I was only playing one game a week. I'm sorry, once a week. So it's like, it's real slow. Like now you feel like you're there, and it's just time is going by slow. But like when I went to Italy, I was playing 2 times a week. So like time's going by faster. Like you're like, okay, no.
Now it's 3.
Now it's 3 times a week. So now it's like, man, I've been here for 3 months already. So it's unbelievable. Like, and like as the years go on, I get kind of used to like being away from home, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to have my parents come out here and let them see the world. They've never been to Italy before, and I got to, bring them along, and they got to experience Italy, and they're coming here next month, and they've never been to Barcelona before, so they'll be able to see Barcelona for the first time in their lives. And small things like that, you gotta like be thankful for, that I can do for my parents. So, yeah. Yeah, Kale Cares is like it's an initiative that me and my mother, we started to build the gap between like police and like the community and my
It's a very important thing.
Yeah, very important. Like we try to bridge that relationship between the police and like the young minors in my community. We think it's like a big topic that's been going on for these past couple of years, especially just because you see on the news.
You know that policemen are not bad.
Yeah. Like police officers, like my father is actually a retired police officer, so like I see the good side of the police officers, and I know like on the news, like you see a lot of bad things. Like you see like, oh, this happens. So like, I just try to use my platform and use my voice to like let people know that everybody's not harmful. All police officers aren't harmful. Like, so I have like a basketball camp in my community, and then I'll bring in police officers to talk to the kids, and like the police officers will even help the kids with the basketball camp. So it's wonderful, and it's free. Like, you know, nobody's paying for it. You just got to sign up, and yeah, something basketball camp back in my community. Yeah, like you know, like when you're in college, you're really like big headed. Like you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the NBA. Like you only see the NBA. You don't really hear too much about overseas basketball, what's going on over here, and you don't know like how much basketball there is really in the world outside the NBA.
And you even played for the national team in the Pan Am Games.
Yeah, in the Pan Am Games, yep, in Peru, yep, and I was grateful to be a part of that team. With the head coach from Ed Cooley and Kevin Willard. So, but like, what was I saying? Like, yeah, outside of the NBA, you just kind of, like when you're like over there, you don't know how much basketball there really is in the world. And once you get out of that, once you like realize how much basketball there is in the world, you start to be like, man, like, the NBA is smaller than you think. Like you have basketball in so many other countries, and you can play for so many other teams and make a name for yourself. And once I realized that I could do that, I had no problem playing overseas and doing what I could do for myself, for my family. So it was a great opportunity. Yeah. So I had a crazy situation where like I was trying to get in the G League for.
Greenboro is the second team of Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets. Yep, and I was trying to get into the G League, so it's like a pool where they have a lot of players, where like the G League can pick up any players they want. So I was in this pool, and and then the Greensboro Swarm just picked me up out of this pool. They was like, yeah, we need some players, so we're gonna pick up Miles Kale from this pool, and I got picked up, and literally like they said, yeah, we need you for this game today. So I just happened to be like local, like I happened to be like 45 minutes away from where they were playing. And they was like, yeah, can you meet us at the hotel? We're gonna go over some film. We're gonna go over what we need to do for the game. And I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. Like, so I'm like, man, I have a game today, like a G League game. So I'm telling my parents, like, yeah, I got a game at so-and-so. They was like, all right, yeah, we'll be there. So I ended up going to the game, getting ready. You know, the coaches met me at the hotel. They were teaching me the plays and how we do things and how I need to. And yeah, I got there, you know, they subbed me in. I'm like, okay, now I'm in here. And, you know, I ended up having a good game. I think I finished with 15 points, something. 15. Yeah, so I had a decent game for, you know, just getting thrown out there. And yeah, you know, you just gotta, that's what it kind of basketball is, just like being ready for whatever opportunity is presented to you and not being shy from the moment, embrace the moment. And that's the kind of what I did, you know, and then, you know, they ended up cutting me a couple weeks later because they said they didn't need me on the roster anymore. So unfortunately, I got cut, and then I ended up going to Belgium like maybe a week after that. You know, I was like, you know what, I'm going overseas. Like, you know, I don't got time for, you know, so I ended up making that jump to overseas basketball. I would say the organization of basketball, like in the States, it's more like up and down. Like you have a lot of athletic guys and, you know, people that play off athleticism. Like over here, it's more like a mindset. Like they try to like do different type of things on the court where they might not be the most athletic, but they're gonna do something that's way more like, oh, we're gonna backdoor, we're gonna cut here, we're gonna find a shot in the corner. So it's way more like a mindset over here. So I would say that's probably the biggest difference. Like you can kind of see like players like Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. Like they're not like the most athletic guys, but you know they can change the game just by using their heads, man. Like, so it's definitely like a different game in that aspect. So how would I evaluate me? I would say, man, I feel like a coach can put me out there and he knows that I'm going to help the team no matter what. You know, like, what does he need to do? Like, okay, if he just needs to rebound the ball, if he needs to bring up the ball. Like I feel like I can do so many things out there on the court, and whatever a coach needs me to do, I'm going to do to my best ability. If he needs to shoot the ball at a high level, be ready to attack a closeout, you know, just an energy guy that provides energy and anything on the court. Crash the offensive rebound, anything, all the dirty like work that, you know, a lot of the guys aren't really wanting to do. And I think that's what I kind of bring to my game, and especially on this team where I have like a lot of veteran guys that, you know, that I'm playing after, and you know, I'm just here to help those guys in any way possible and make their job easier. So yeah, so I see myself as like a very good, you know, role player that a coach can count on in any circumstance.
Are you?
Oh yeah. I'm very satisfied. You know, I feel like I'm learning so much. Like this is my first year in EuroLeague. Like, you know, I was watching EuroLeague last year, and it's like crazy being in these situations now. Like,
You were watching Eurocup in Belgium. You were in Eurocup.
yeah,
Now you are-
yeah, exactly. So now it's like I'm in EuroLeague, and I'm going to, like I was in Panathinaikos, and it's just like playing Kendrick Nunn. Just little things like this. You're sitting in front of playing defense against Kendrick Nunn when he was just winning MVP last year, and it's like, man, like if you work hard enough, you can get to where these guys are at, and it's definitely like eye-opening, and it's very crazy. Like even playing with Kevin Punter, I remember I used to be like, how did Kevin Punter, I used to look on YouTube, like how did Kevin Punter get to the EuroLeague? Because he kind of had the same type of path that I did. He started in Belgium. Like he had to like work himself up, and now he's where he's at. So I'm like, man, how did he do it? Like, and now I'm like, he's teammates with me. So it's like crazy, like seeing that type of things. And like now I have Will Clyburn that I kind of like follow in footsteps, and I have Shengeli that I listen to a lot, Jan, all these vets that I
You
just,
played against him last year.
yeah, Will Clyburn and Toko
Yeah.
played against those guys. So it's like, I was familiar with them, but like now being in the same locker room as them is totally different. And I'm glad that I can like pick their head and get some advice for them, and see how they approach the game in their own type of different way. And I'm very grateful in that. So being able to, he tells me, man, be solid. Go out there and be a solid player, be aggressive, do anything that helps the team win. Like, don't be shy. Like, just because you're on the team with a lot of vets, man, just make sure you don't lose your game. Like, make sure you bring your game to the table. And he still wants me to be that aggressive player that I was in Trento, the guys that a knockdown shooter that I was. And so he's trying to just, you know, push me as much as I can, just give me as much confidence as I need. And you know, he trusts me. Like I've been out there playing some good minutes, and I'm gonna keep on going. So it's like he trusts me, and my teammates trust me. So, you know, I got to be doing something right. So that makes me feel good. Right. I'm definitely like a two-way guy. So I can shoot the ball very good. So that's what, like, especially like a spot-up shooter, like a drive and kick and be ready to shoot, and, you know, get to the free throw line and knock down some free throws. So yeah, I think like offensively you have to be very good, just because you don't want to be, okay, you can play defense good, but like at the end of the day, you got to know how to put the ball in the hoop to score for your team and be ready to shoot those open shots that they need. And I know there's going to be a lot of attention on guys like Toko, Shengeli, and Kevin Punter. So like when those guys get all the attention, those easy kick out passes, you got to be ready to shoot and knock down those shots. And you know, that's kind of what my role is on this team. And you know, I'll be ready for sure. You know, I feel like we got what we need. We got the veteran guys that been there before. We got the young guys that are ready to go, like Wani Marcos and me, myself, and Miles Norris, you know, that are ready to go at any time. And yeah, I feel like we got what we need, and I feel like we'll have a good spot in the EuroLeague, and hopefully we can make a playoff run when the time is right. And you know, I feel very confident in what we got. So.